So 1 sec now, rolling away and rolling and set. Cool. Okay, so oh yeah, I'll take that off because that might make you think. Okay.
Are we freaking out?
Freaking out. Okay, so tell me a bit more about the famous people Christy knew.
Well, people, we used to drink in the Embankment. I done the driving then. I drove my mother up and maybe some of the family home from London. And then we got real friendly. We loved the Dubliners, you know. So Christy wrote a poem for it. It was played in the Ablana Theatre. And the Dubliners happened to be at it, you know. And I met them because we used to drink in the Embankment, you know, the Embankment in Tallaght. And we were played there every weekend. So Christy's Left Foot come out and we were out celebrating, and the Dubliners come over, particularly Luke Kelly. I like Luke out a lot of them. And then he had the Ablana Theatre, he had a play wrote for that, and he went to see the Dubliners were there. So we went back to the Bleeding Horse, you know the Bleeding Horse in Camden Street. So Luke came over and sat beside us, and then they were having a banter with Christy, and then Barney, or what's his name of the bird? Ronnie Drew come in, and Kelly said to me, "Here's fucking Hunger's mother." You know, he'd sit in the company all night, he wouldn't buy a drink, you know. This is Barney, but we got to know them, but then they come up to the Stone Bowl, and Luke, out of the me like Luke Kelly, you know, plus Brendan Bean, and then some actor wrote a great poem about him. Now, can't think if he's famous. So I don't know, can't think offhand. He was famous. He's a great actor. Dermot now when he comes in.
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris, that's the man. He thought he was, you know, the bee's knees. Christy.
How did he meet Richard Harris?
I don't know, it's just something in the paper or something, and he copped it. And like you woman, well, it's no comparison, Georgina Hamilton. I just jumped the gun for a minute. I was drinking in the Submarine Bar there a few years ago, and I came in to have a pint, and this fellow I know says, "Hey," and he says, "There's a fine looking woman looking for you." I said, "What's her name?" "She's English, you know. But she found out where I lived and all. You know, Georgie's a very forward woman, you know. And she's, you know, she's a bit overboard. That's my opinion, and my sister down there. But she got the paintings, the archives, you know. They were lying around here, down in Anne's. My sister lives down the road. And Francie's house, the original house. So that was it then, they were sold. So we got a few grand out of each thing. I have an old one, my mother. I thought it was damaged, I have it at the foot of my bed. And then, I must show you, do you want me to show you?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, tell me about,
Just because I'll get these questions
no problem.
and then we'll have a look. So, what other famous people did Christy know?
There was so much when you wrote down all the days of my left foot, and there's a lot of theatrical people used to call to the house. I had Luke Kelly, Brendan Bean, someone else, Freddie May from the Light Orchestra, of course Dr. Collis, who got the ball rolling. He brought musicians from the Rotunda to have a look at Christy. Oh yeah, and then they held a party when the book came out, My Left Foot, or Down All the Days. Which one is? I think it's My Left Foot. And there was a party, Dr. Collis held a party in Fitzwilliam Square, the big apartments, you know, the Georgian houses. Brought Christy there. And prior to all that, there was a doctor there, or George, I think he was, George Redden. Dr. Collis had a party for Christy in his house, and he was there. And he said to me, Mother, you should put him into a home, you know. So he came out with them when it came down, when the book was written, it became a bestseller. Who was at the party? Only him. So he came over to Christy, and not Marty just told him, you know, well done, Christy. Well done, he says, yeah. Fuck off. Told him to F off, you know. That's the way he was now, you know. That's the way he carried on. And then of course when Bean and him were together, and then we got to know Kathleen being his mother. They're all inner city like ourselves originally. But that was great. They were good old days.
Tell me about Christy cursing on the Late Late Show.
I was on that.
What happened there? Tell me. So Christy was on the Late Late Show.
Yeah, something about why did the handicap or one of our own not play Christy. That's it's hinting at what was the actual something about something, you know. And how do you feel this? What I've read, Christy.
So Christy's been interviewed, is he?
Yeah.
He's on the programme.
He's on the programme, and
What was he? He was on the Late Late Show.
the late age Gay Born and Kathleen Watkins, she's his wife, you know. So we went in, she called us in for a drink, and he was interviewing Chris. He said, there's a lot of people don't like, why is Danny Day-Lewis, or was it Danny Day-Lewis? No, some other person. There's so much comings and goings, you know, when he made the book famous. He'd, who was it? I can't think of it now. But I know that that experience with the judge, you know, he's very straight, Christy, you know, because he said to me, Mother, you should put him into a home, you know. He said, you've too much of a family to look after. And she wouldn't, she said, he's treated like us all, you know. So, as I said, Dr. Collis had a party in his house, and the man come over to shake his foot. He told him to fuck off. You know, and all the yuppies were there, and you know, that's the way he was. He didn't take any qualms, you know. He'd say what he felt, and that's all about it, you know. But your man to have the audacity to come over and shake him, and prior to that he told my mother to put him into a home. There was too much looking after, you know. Things that comes back, you know, it's all coming back.
And do you think were your brothers and sisters very protective?
Yeah, particularly the brothers. And he was woman mad, he was. Oh, yeah.